best podcast in 2026.
I was born for it, I was made for it. Working before I was paid for it. Ain't no finish line, I'm trying to race to it. I'ma run this shit after the tape torn. Can't be easing up, I keep the speed. I need that paper busting out the ring. I don't just live.
Welcome back to another episode of Tati Talks, everyone. We're here with Jamie King, also known as the mother of YNW Melly, a famous rapper. Jamie, how are you today?
I'm good.
I'm actually really excited that you're here today, that you can make it. We have like a lot to get into, actually. I really wanted to start off with knowing a little bit about you, what you're currently up to, like what you do on a regular, how your life is.
So currently right now, as lots of people know, I'm still a nurse. So I'm working as a travel nurse. So I'm on a travel contract, actually on the west coast of Florida right now. So I'm doing that. And then I, commute back and forth. So when I'm off for a few days, I come back home to Miami, which I love, and, spend time with B Slime and my daughter Jewel, who's also a nurse. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also working on my project as well. I got a show coming out. Mm-hmm. So super excited about that. It's a reality show. And then, basically I be chilling.
So what are you going to be doing in this reality show? So it's just, are they going to be following you around like on a regular basis?
So I actually created the show and helped pick the cast and everything. It's me and my friends. It's called The Real Boss Moms. Mm-hmm. So it's basically just a bunch of boss women that are, just running things, got their own businesses, got different things going on. Two of us are like, our kids are big rappers in the industry, but we didn't want it to just be focused on so much of like moms that are, mothers of rappers. It's just moms that are actually bosses, that are actually handling business. So it's going to be a dope, reality show.
And how old are you again?
I stopped at 40.
I was gonna say, because you look really good.
Thank
you. Look great.
Thank you. But I am 40-ish.
So when are you starting that? When are you starting the reality show?
So right now we are still in the talks and everything. So we're gonna have to film the pilots. So the goal is to be done by, get the pilot, everything done by May.
Now, is this going like on a certain network?
Hulu.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's got to be done right.
Yeah.
Got to be done right.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 3.
You have 3. So you said you have a daughter.
Yeah, my daughter, she's the middle child. She's a nurse. And then my oldest is YNW Melly. And then the baby is Brandon, also known as YNW B Slime. He's an artist as well.
Okay. How old is your daughter?
She's just turned 24.
Okay. So with everything that's going on, like with YNW Melly, how are they taking this? Well, how have they been taking it?
They've been doing really well, to say the least. We're all very positive always. And, we have God in our life. So we trust God through all things. And it really helps, we're pretty close.
So you and your family, like the whole family is really close?
Yeah.
So
Melly has so much support.
Yeah. So what about the rest of your family, like cousins, aunts, uncles?
So my mom, of course, is his everything. Mm-hmm. She's an amazing mom and grandma. And then his great-grandma is still alive. So she's super supportive. Aunts, everybody they love him.
Mm-hmm. So were you born and raised in Miami?
No.
Or in Florida?
No.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Ohio. And then I came to Vero Beach, Florida when I was 15. Mm-hmm. So I went to high school here, and then we moved to Miami. I moved to Miami just for my son. I have no family, nobody here. Mm-hmm. So
really?
Yeah.
So,
just me and my kids.
So how long? So you said when you were 15. So you've been here a while.
Yeah, I'm a Floridian now.
Yeah. This
I'm a full Floridian. Yeah, I get cold at 75. I need a hoodie.
So how was your childhood then? Since you said you grew up in Ohio, how were you brought up?
My mom, because my mom and dad divorced when I was really young. So single mom, working all the time and everything. I got pregnant really young with Melly. A lot of people know that, but yeah, I was 14. So I had him very young.
So you had him a year before you moved to Florida.
I was pregnant when I moved to Florida.
Okay.
And he was born in Florida. So he's a Florida boy.
Yeah.
Ohio/Florida boy.
What made you come to Florida?
My mom.
Okay.
We have a lot of family in Florida, and like my dad was here in Florida, and then my grandparents, and then me being pregnant, it was just like my mom was like, I want to go back to Florida, which I'm glad she did. I like Florida, the weather's better.
The weather, I can't deal with the heat. Like I don't know, the traffic and then like the heat on a regular basis. Like I don't think I could get used to it.
Really? Where are you from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yeah, no
we
wonder
get all
why.
we get all.
Yeah,
the
I
weathers.
love Jersey. I have friends that stay in Edgewater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty over there.
That's like, I want to say 1.5 to 2 hours away from like where I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after you moved to Florida, so when you moved to Florida, you said you were pregnant with Melly. Were you with like his father?
No.
Okay. So when he was like brought up, was he around? Was he present?
We don't speak of that man.
Okay. So
That's my child.
Yeah. Okay. I feel you. So how was Melly as a child? Like when he was growing up, let's start from when he was young. Like when he was a kid, when he was growing up, how was he? How was his demeanor? How did he behave? How was he in school?
Oh my God, he was literally the most well-behaved little boy.
Really?
Unbelievable. Like, cause when I had him, and I would have to sometimes like take him to work with me, and he would just sit in the office and like color. He didn't bother nothing. Like that's how good he was. Like I could take him to work with me. My mom would take him to work with her sometimes, cause we had to, figure it out. Like I'm young. I was in high school and would go to daycare sometimes when I was in high school if my mom couldn't keep him or my grandma. But yeah, I had a lot of support. It really does take a village. And then he was always super talented. Like he loved to sing, loved to dance. He was just a talented little kid since he was little.
Really? So how old were you when you had his siblings?
I had my daughter at 18, and then Brandon, how old was I? I think 24? 24, 20. I was young. I really did not live my life for real. I was married at 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, how am I married? I ain't even legal to drink. Like, what?
Yeah, that's a lot. But that must be a lot though. Like from 14 to 18 while you're in, because when you moved out here, you were a freshman.
I was a freshman.
Yeah, like having, I couldn't imagine like having a baby.
Yeah,
while in the whole 4 years of high school.
Yep. And then my senior year, I was pregnant with my daughter. Didn't even know I was pregnant. It was a total shock. And I had her right before graduation. So my graduation photo was kind of, because I actually graduated with a high GPA and my ropes and everything. So it's like I have a toddler that's like 3 and then a newborn baby like this. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. They did a whole article on me in Vero Beach. Like, it was like in the newspaper, like teen mom and like graduating and going to college. Because I went to college right after graduation.
In Florida? What'd you go for?
I'm a nurse.
Oh, so you went specifically for that?
Well, when I first time I went to college, I became a massage therapist and studied Eastern modalities and things like that. And then my husband at the time was not a fan about me doing massages on people. Yeah. So I went back and I got my degree and became a nurse. Yeah. And then I just kind of kept going and I really got into like trauma. So I'm like trauma nurse, and then I also specialize in CVICU, which is cardiac nursing.
So how's that?
It's a lot. It's very high paid. There's a lot of sad days. You have to kind of, disassociate yourself from it because it does get heavy. Yeah.
So so after, during Melly's childhood, how about when he became a teenager? When he became a teen, let's start from like 10 and up.
10 and up, he was, there. 10 and up, he was 10, good. It was once I want to say middle school, he started like, really. So
like 11, 12.
Yeah, 12, 13. That's when he really just like was into the music. He had his little group, like, and he would be outside a little bit, you know, but he always was respectful. Like, he's one thing about him, he's very respectful. Even now, if you talk to him, super respectful kid. But yeah, he, you know, he had a goal, he had a dream. He used to always say, like, I'm gonna be a millionaire before I'm 18. Oh, okay.
So when did the fame like kick in for him? Like, how old was he?
He was probably 15. He was, and I didn't notice. Because, you know, when you're a mom, like, that's just my kid. Like, you know, and I'm like, his friends be like, oh, yeah, Melly got this song. And it was, like, on SoundCloud. So he was one of those, as you call, SoundCloud rappers. Yeah. So he had a SoundCloud, and he was dropping music on SoundCloud. And it was, like, really starting to go crazy. That one song that everyone was playing was 772 Love. And I'm like, this is my kid? Like, what?
Did you like the music he was making?
Yeah, it was actually good.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Like, or did you like hear it and it was like, oh, this
no,
sounds good?
I actually listened to his music.
It?
Like, like really listened to his music. And then I supported him. I remember I didn't understand at first, like, why do you need $40 like every day? I'm thinking this was
studio
something
sessions.
else. It was studio sessions. It was literally $40. I need to go to the studio. $40. I'm like, you $40 me to death.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's crazy.
That's what he was doing. He was in there making music, and it really blew. And I just, originally when I realized he was actually like famous, especially in our city, I tried to Facebook request him, and he couldn't receive no more Facebook requests. Like,
that happens. You can't like accept like over like 5,000 people.
Yeah, like
I can't get any more followers.
Yeah, he couldn't get no more followers. I'm like, what does this 15-year-old mean? Like, I can't follow my kid. Like, I was like, you better delete somebody and add me to your Facebook, because I was like, what? Like,
did he do it?
Yeah, he did. He did.
So when he was like, from like 13 to 15 to like when the fame began, how was he in school? Like, did he ever like get in trouble? Did he you know?
Never really liked school. He just did.
Yeah.
He just did, and
I don't think anybody does.
He didn't like it.
But
like, he would get in trouble for like little stupid stuff or whatever, but never like nothing too crazy until how old was at 16 when he made the news. I was like, he went from like 0 to like 100 in like
very quickly.
Very quickly.
Was it after the fame began?
Yeah, because with the fame, clearly it brought jealousy, it brought haters and stuff, and you know, he had issues with these other guys, and if people don't know, Melly is tiny like me, he's little, and it just escalated really quickly, like, you know, and next thing I know, my kid is on the news for shooting, and it was just like, what?
Are you referring to the shooting that happened outside of like near high school?
It was by the high school, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a group of people?
It was a group of people. It was like outside of a high school, and they already was, in this group of people, they were like already like known for being in trouble, in and out of juvie, all of that kind of stuff. So this was his like, you know, first time getting in trouble, and like him having to like go to juvie and stuff like that. It was a lot.
So after he did that, did he have, okay, let me start with this actually. What was his reasoning for? Was it because he just had problems with them?
Apparently, I guess those 3 guys they had jumped him like the day before. And it was kind of weird because I knew something was going on, because when he came home, because I always talk with my kids. We've always had a very open relationship. And I'd seen like he had like a little busted lip, like, you know, looked like he had been in a fight. And I'm like, is you good? Everything okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm cool. And he didn't really like elaborate on it. So I guess they were following him or whatever. They followed him to like the little restaurant thing, and they was trying to start with him again. And he like fired in the air, like for them to like leave him alone. So. Okay,
because reports were saying like he was like shooting toward the group, or like at the group that was like near the high school.
And like, oh my God, it's so many different reports.
Right.
Yeah. But no, it was he shot in the air. That's why he didn't get, like, if he would have shot at them charges would have been crazy.
Yeah.
You know, he got a year in juvie for it, for discharging I think it was discharging a firearm, and then like 3 counts of aggravated assault or something like that. So he did have to go away to a program.
So did you ever talk to him after that about like why he did what he did? I mean, I understand like what you just said that why he said he did what he did, but I just mean like, well, where did he get the gun? Like, why did he decide to shoot at them?
like, it's just like it just escalated very quickly. I was like, I mean,
did you think that was something like he was capable of at the time, like to even
do something like that?
Yeah, like do something like that, have a gun on him, like anything like that.
No, not really with the gun situation or whatever. But I mean, I've always carried guns. I always had my concealed license, so it's not like he was an actual like stranger to him. And so but but him doing that, that was a little shocking.
Yeah,
didn't expect that.
Yeah, so how was his at the time? When the fame was like setting in and like around that time, like how was his relationship with his siblings?
Oh, his little brother, first of all, he thinks his little brother is his son, like, because they're actually really spaced out. And he just took his little brother everywhere. He's literally the best big brother you could ask for. And then like his sister Jewel, that's literally just like, she's the princess because she's the only girl. And he just has the biggest heart. Anything they would ask for, he would give it to them. Anything they needed, anything I needed, it was just like no questions asked.
So, how was the difference in the money when he became when the fame started kicking in and he started like getting money from it?
So when the fame started kicking in, he started getting money from it. I mean, me personally, I didn't notice it because I always had my own money. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't care. I just wanted him to be happy. It was times that I told him, anytime that this life is too overwhelming or if it's too much, you can always quit, because it was a lot of stress on him. Melly took all his friends with him from the hood, which I felt like was not a good decision, because you're only 18, you're trying to build your career, you have this group, you guys are all trying to accomplish something, but right now Melly's the star, So it's like he needed to get fully on. Everything was so brand new. And you got he got the house in Miramar, you got like 8-9 people, and you're paying for everything for everybody. And he does, he totally didn't care. He did it selflessly because he's like, no, they're my friends. Like I don't want them in the hood. I want them to be with me. I want them to live this lifestyle with me. And I just was like, you gotta kind of make sure that you're there, because at the beginning, it wasn't no $1 billion deals. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't even know. Like, I wasn't never into his finances like that to know exactly how much his first deal was and how much like all his things were, because I just wanted him to make music because that's what he loved. Make music, be happy, and everything else will fall in place, Just kind of all like turned into a freaking hurricane.
A lot. So I seen something about when Melly had went to juvie for that shooting. That was when he made Murder on My Mind.
That's when he made Murder on My Mind.
Did you ever ask him what made him make that song? Do you like the song?
I love the song.
I like the song too.
I like the song. I like it. I mean, the original was actually slower. It was more of a slower beat and everything. And then they kind of sped it up and changed the beat a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, now I really like this song. Like, it's really, because it's like, it tells a story.
Yeah.
I don't know. Melly's the only one who can make murder sound like a lullaby.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the song too. What's funny is I did see, when I seen that, I was like, well, at that point, okay, I'm actually glad you just said, because it's like telling a story. Because you know how now they try and use lyrics in songs against like rappers to try and convict them and stuff. And so do you think that now that can be the case, that it was a good idea to have done that song?
Yeah, that song was made years before
the
incident even happened. And that's what timestamps are for, like, and they do have it listed. So the new prosecutor is definitely like, I don't know what she's doing. She's kind of going a different direction. Like, she did list like 52 songs, which is crazy because some of these are not his songs. It's just songs that his name is referenced to, which he's a very popular rapper. A lot of rappers love him. A lot of them say Free Melly. A lot of them like use the Murder on My Mind reference and different things like that. So yeah,
Sketchy.
it's you know, it's a thing with the using the lyrics, but there's ways around that because you can't use a song or use lyrics about something that hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? If that was something that they used against him, you know, during his trial.
I mean, it's not fair. I don't think when it comes to any rappers and artists, music is an art. Just like if you're an actor or an actress, it's an art. So you're gonna say all these people are murderers that kill people in their movies now? Mm-hmm. All these, you know, it's acting. It's a form of art. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think they should. And a lot of times people have writers. Like some of these people that have rap this gangster rap, they have someone writing it for them. They live in the suburbs and never held a gun in their life.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that is just, it's ridiculous to paint a picture because of the type of lyrics or the type of songs that people sing because these are not always their songs. There's multiple writers, producers putting an influence on the music. So no, I don't think that's like even credible, but it is a way to make the jury look at you a certain way. When you're like, oh, they say these words, they talk about these things, and it's like that might not even be their own words. It was written by someone else.
Yeah, that's true. So, when he got out of juvie, what happened after that? You know, and this is before what he's being accused of now, like in between that time.
When he got out of juvie the first time, he ended up going back a second time for that song, "Murder on My Mind." On God.
For the song?
For the song. And this was like really just unfair. So it was a huge thing that happened. Jay Green, who is like my other son, I love him. Him and Melly was in the group and everything together. His mother passed away. And at the, not the repast, the fish fry, because, you know, Black culture, we do a fish fry like the day before the funeral, and then we have the funeral on the Saturday. So it was like after the big fish fry thing or whatever, there was a shooting that occurred. And once that shooting occurred, it was like they pretty much accused, you know, everybody, Melly being popular. He already got in trouble for this before. You know, they find out he didn't have nothing to do with it. But then they pick him up and like, oh, he violated his curfew. I'm like, but he was, you know, he was there with me. It was just like they wanted a reason to basically lock him back up. So then the judge says, that song, she brings this song up and she's like, it doesn't seem like you're learning. You're still talking about violence and this and that. We're gonna, was it like revoke his probation? Because he was still on probation. After he got out of juvie, he was on probation. And they sent him to another program. And this program was in Orlando. And we were just like, what? Like he didn't violate with a new charge. He didn't really do anything. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was there for his friend.
Yeah.
And he got sent away to that program. And so when that happened, that's when his music really just like start blowing up. He ended up releasing the Murder on My Mind like on SoundCloud. He dropped Legendary. He dropped 772 Love. And he just was like, everybody just was playing his music like I was hearing it in the clubs. I was like, what is this? Yeah, so
I had seen something about him receiving other like charges for like weapons offenses and stuff like that. Did anything like that happen before
No.
after that had happened? You know, the shooting outside the you know, by the high school.
those were
and
his only. That's
that
the
one?
only time he's ever had a
Okay, so
violent
those
charge.
two.
That's the only violent charge he's ever had. And then when he went back, he didn't even have a new charge. And then the only charge he had as an adult was a misdemeanor marijuana charge.
Yeah.
So his adult record has one misdemeanor and it's a marijuana charge. I don't know, like the internet is crazy. They make it sound like he has like he's just like a criminal. I'm like, he actually was on probation for that one thing and it just kind of drug out.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't. He wasn't like in and out of jail, no, he wasn't like that.
So he was, you said 15 when that first incident happened?
16.
16? How old was he when he got arrested for what he is currently in jail
19.
for? 19, so that was a big
And he
gap.
turned 20 in there.
Okay.
So, yeah,
And how old is he today?
he's 26
26. So from 19 to 26, he's been
in the jail.
Right.
Like, and so many people get it confused. They're like, oh, he's in prison. He is not in prison. He had a mistrial, and he has been in Broward County Jail for going on 7 years, fighting the same case.
So when the incident that he's being accused of, the crime he's being accused of committing, when the incident occurred, when did you find out that he was being charged with this? And when did he find out? Was this the same day, like the same night?
No, it was months later.
Really?
It was
So
months
was he
later.
like
he was
being
on
investigated?
tour. Like, we had no idea that any of this was going on.
That they were like looking at him as.
Yeah, like it was just, all of it was just blindsided.
So prior to that happening, the friends that passed away, did you know them?
Yeah, I knew all his friends.
So everybody, pretty much, okay, so there were 4 of them in the car, right, that night?
I can't speak on that.
Okay, so the video, there's like a video
Yeah, that one video.
of them coming out the studio,
Yeah.
right? So that video of whoever is together getting in the car, that situation. Okay, actually, I want to start with this. How was his relationship with his friends, the ones specifically that...
They were his best friends. He took them everywhere with him. He did everything for them.
And are those the friends that are included in the people you were saying? Like he took
In the
with him
YNW, yeah, he took them with
Yeah.
him. They lived in the house with him. He took them everywhere with him. He made sure they were good.
Yeah.
Like, he took care of them. Like, those are his besties. They were his ride or dies. Like, that was his crew.
So, okay. I'll say what I heard, what I seen, and you just tell me if you believe this or not, being the case. Because I don't know what you can and cannot speak on specifically.
I don't speak on much when it comes to it because it's an open case. And
Yeah,
I have,
exactly.
I'm still under investigation too. So there's very
Yes.
minimum, and there's very minimum I can speak on when it does come to that situation. And so that's another reason why you don't ever see me really doing interviews and podcasts and everything. So, yeah.
So, okay. I'll ask you certain questions. Whatever you cannot answer, just tell me you can answer it. But from what I've seen, what they're stating so far is they have a video of them all coming out of the studio, getting into a vehicle together. We all seen that.
Yeah.
And then they're saying that, and then there's another video of them pulling up to the hospital after the shooting occurred.
Melly wasn't involved in that.
The pulling up to the hospital.
Yeah, he was.
And getting out the car.
Yeah, he was never involved in that.
Okay, so they're saying that he, okay, I'm trying to word it and speak about this in a way where you can respond to whatever I am saying. But there's a video of them getting into the car. Following that, they're accusing him of, of them getting dropped off at the hospital, and after they were already in the car for quite some time. Have you heard that?
I can't speak on that.
Okay. So what do you feel like, as far as that night, what do you feel like happened?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Right. Do you have any idea of what you may think could have occurred, considering they're pretty much accusing him of, they're accusing him of the crime. They're trying to, but
It's been 7 years and they've yet to prove it.
It's been
If
a
it
long
was
time.
that, I've never seen, if you got proof and you got evidence and you really think that he
Right.
did this, why is it taking 7 years and the trial just got pushed back again? So
Right. Why do you think that they keep doing that too?
Because they came out with a theory,
Yeah.
and that's just what they're running with.
The theory that
Yeah,
the shooting
and-
occurred from inside the car as opposed to it being a drive-by shooting.
Well, and then when you have the ballistics come out, he said that he couldn't tell because they don't have a weapon, so you don't know.
That's another thing too. So they never found any weapon. How long after the crime was committed by whoever it was committed by, how long after this was he arrested for it?
What do you mean?
Like when he did when they were starting the process of trying to charge him with the crime?
They picked him
how
up
long-
and they picked him up. Well, he didn't get picked up. Let me fix that right there.
Yeah.
He turned himself in.
Okay, how did that happen? How did that come about?
So he had Brad Cohen at the time, who's awesome. So I guess they notified Brad that they were gonna like issue a warrant or something for him. And he's like, no, we'll turn. He's like, I don't have nothing to run for or hide. So he willingly went and turned himself in. Nobody had to pick him up. No, they didn't send cops or, he wasn't arrested. He actually took himself to the jail. Well, I drove him to the jail. I went with him and everything, and I prayed with him and turned himself in. Now, at that time, we did not know that he was being charged. They said they wanted to talk to him for questioning because he hadn't been questioned ever. So we thought he was being questioned, and then
Not taken into custody.
yeah, then the next morning they arraigned him, and I seen it on the the video thing of him being arraigned and being charged with that, and I literally like passed out. Like it was just so overwhelming.
Yeah, like as a mother, like how
Yeah,
do
I'm
you
like, what?
How did that feel? In the moment, like when the situation, how did you feel leading up to the moment actually? Like, when the incident occurred and in between that time, how was he behaving? How was he acting? How did he feel
We were right
about
there for the
his friends?
families, like taking care of the families. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
because I know them. Like, I was friends with with Juvie's mom and aunt and everything. Like, I didn't really know much about, Zach Trader's family that much because he's not from here. He's like from Atlanta or something. Like, I didn't really know much about his side of the family, but Juvie's family, we actually all lived in the same projects together, like when I was young. And so I've known them a long time. So I was right there. And then, everything just got crazy. And now everybody hates me. Everybody hates my kid. It is what it is.
Do you think that so in between that time prior to him actually being like arraigned on these charges, you guys were cool with the families up until that point?
Even after he
he
got
was
arrested, like there was like, he didn't do this. There's no way that he did this, and now once lawsuits and things get involved, then everybody changes, because we're being sued. So
For
yeah.
what?
For wrongful death. I'm being sued too.
Why are you being sued?
I'm trying to figure that out to this day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
You didn't even do anything.
nothing.
You weren't even there.
I wasn't even there. I don't even know. But I'm being sued too.
And realistically, you don't even know what
What
I feel
happened?
like you don't even know what happened either. Everybody can speculate. Everybody can have their opinion on it. Everybody can think what they want. But at the end of the day, like only whoever was there would know exactly what happened.
Exactly.
At what point in time after Melly was arrested for this did the other families kind of like switch up with the narrative that they thought like originally happened and that he didn't
It
do
was
this?
a while. It like I said, it wasn't until they filed the wrongful death lawsuit against my son, his manager, me, the dogs, the cats, everybody. I swear it's about 20 people listed in this lawsuit.
How?
I don't know.
How is everybody like responsible
Everybody is listed in this lawsuit. I think everybody at the studio, they might be suing the studio. I don't know. They might be suing the tires on the car. I don't know. It's a huge lawsuit. And the lawsuit has been going on just as long as the case has been going on, which is another thing I've never heard of. Like, who files a lawsuit before the case is even finished?
Yeah, before it's even proven that he did or did not do this.
Yeah, just wasting money because I still have to pay for a civil attorney.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how long can this go on for? Like them suing suing everyone that they what? How are all these people being sued for this?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense. I mean, I don't know.
You should see the paper. It's like probably 10, 15 names on this.
And is there
Lawsuit
an amount
paper.
of money they're trying to get specifically for this, or is it just like one of those things that
10, 20 million, like it's up there. Dead serious. It's up there. I kid you
who
not.
has that amount of money?
I don't know. Not me. I work full time as a nurse.
That's what I'm about to say.
I done
don't know.
told
You
these
said-
people I don't got no money. I don't know why y'all trying to sue me. I mean, at the most I can do, I can offer you my Yorkie. Like she's worth like $2,000.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Do they think that Melly has this 10 to 20 million? Because you said you don't check him like his pockets like that. So
yeah, like I
know.
don't know. No, Melly has been fighting a double M
Yeah.
for 7 years.
That's two people.
Mention we have Drew Finling, who also represents Lil Durk and represents a lot of people. Shout out to Drew Finling. He's awesome. He's a great guy.
Oh yeah, because Lil Durk is also facing.
Yeah, so he was like, he's been paying for lawyers. Like, these lawyers are not just showing up for free. Mm-hmm. He has not been out doing shows. He has not been, dropping new music. Yeah. I don't know where they think this money is coming from magically out the air.
That's what I was wondering.
Like,
so even though Melly's, where he is.
Yeah, Melly's Melly, like he still streams and things like that.
So
but
he still makes money from
he
like
still
some
makes
of his
money,
stuff.
but not like that.
10 to 20 minutes.
He's in jail. It's been 7 years.
Right.
I know rappers that go broke after a year.
Do you think that they're going to be successful with this lawsuit?
I can't answer that.
But you really don't know, right?
I don't know. I still don't know why I'm being sued.
I was about to say, do you think it's fair for you to be sued?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I really don't know why. I still don't know why I'm being sued.
Yeah, so you said you guys were cool leading up to like that happening. Did you have any idea that like they would do something like that? Like the families would do something like that? Or did you talk to them after they did this?
No, I'm not allowed to talk to them.
Oh,
so
okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't talked to any of them. I mean, Juvie Dad has like this podcast where he does a lot and he's constantly slandering me, which I'm getting ready to file charges against him because it's literally cyberbullying and harassment. And I spoke with my lawyer about it. Like, it's to the point where like it's overwhelming. The amount of things that he says, the amount of lies that he tells, and it's really not fair because I even one time just said to him on his thing, because I don't talk to him, like I try to ignore these people. I try to ignore everything. If you ever notice, like I be really out the way to myself. I don't be just talking about them or the case or anything that's going on. Like it sucks for both sides. Mm-hmm. It's not okay. This whole situation is terrible for both sides, but for someone to constantly attack me when I'm not speaking on anything, constantly calling me names, constantly sending threats. Like this last one that he sent threats and talking about, if I come back to Vero type situation with guns and different things like that. I'm like, okay, this is too far. I literally said, you could feel how you want to feel about my son because you lost your son. I get that. No one knows what happened, but please stop. Yeah, like stop bullying me. Mm-hmm. And he made a whole nother thing about it, calling me all kind of cuss words and names. And it's just like, it's childish. It's like, I get it. You're trying to get clicks and likes, but I have a lot of anxiety. Mm-hmm. I work a stressful job as it is. I'm still trying to be strong for my younger son and everything, and still be strong for Melly and be there and support him, and having someone from that side, and people are going to, feel some type of way because that is one of the victims' father, or whatever, or however you want to call him. It's not okay. Like, stop using my name to get clicks and likes.
Yeah.
So
do you feel like you're getting kind of the same treatment from like both families of both victims?
No. Honestly, Sack Chaser family don't really do much on social media. They don't really say too much, They, they kind of don't, they're suing me too, but they are not
engaging in the social media
with that. And I think they have a different lawyer than Juvie's family have, who's not as like aggressive and like social media type or whatever, because even the family's lawyer is like over the top. Like he does the most, like these elaborate stories about me and different things. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before Melly got arrested for this, he had a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
At the time. Did you know the girlfriend? Did you meet her?
Who? Mariah?
Mariah. Yeah.
Oh, that's my baby.
Yeah.
Love her to life.
So you still are?
Yeah, I
cool
still love
with
her.
Mariah?
Like, that's
How long were they together for before this happened?
way before Melly was Melly, when he was just Jamel.
So for a while.
Yeah, like they were dating since like 14.
And that was what he was 19?
Like Mariah lived with me and everything.
Really?
Yes, like she's
Was
been
she
there.
living with you guys at the time that this happened, that he turned himself in? Was she still living with you after
After he turned
did that?
himself in, you know, and everybody moved out of the Miramar house and everything, I had a house down in Miami or whatever, and she came and stayed with me.
Really?
Yeah.
So how was that? How was that after he did turn himself in?
I mean, we were all just sad and
Yeah.
stressed out. Like, and then it went from him turning himself in to like, oh, now it's a death penalty case. So it was just like blow after blow, you know? And it's right now to this day, it's still a death penalty case. They still haven't dropped that.
Right. So with Mariah, why, I mean, you said you're cool with her. Why do you think that she, you know, because I seen that recently she was even like arrested for not showing up to court
Yeah.
to testify?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like when it comes to that, like she has lawyers to handle that
Right.
situation. So I can't speak on her situation and anything like that. You know, me and her, we don't really talk anymore because of the whole
Yeah, it's a
whatever
lot.
situation they have going on. But she knows that I love her, like regardless. Even though we don't speak and we don't see each other, she knows like that I love her, you know.
So she got in trouble over, you know, not showing up to testify.
They actually put her in jail.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even know that you could go to jail for that.
Yeah, she was supposed to go to court. She didn't show up to court, and then they put her in jail for a little bit. And then it said that they made her sign something stating that she would show up to future court dates.
Well, she has an ankle monitor on.
Yeah. So they know.
Like she literally I just seen her beautiful like birthday pictures when her birthday passed, and she got this big old thing on her ankle, and she's such a tiny little skinny girl, and she's so cute, and it's like, this is so unfair. Like it makes her look like a criminal, and I don't like it.
Yeah, because they're saying that she's like a really good witness. She would be a good witness.
So what? She wasn't there.
Right. So
To what? That's to show you how much they're reaching on this case. You are relying on someone who was not physically there. That
Yeah.
was not there, and you're going after death penalty.
yes.
Yeah.
What are fully the... No, you know what? I have a different question first. They had said that Melly was heard in phone calls, like jail calls. And
They dropped that case.
Yeah, and they thought that he was referencing to her.
That case is over. I'm not speaking on it. The state actually dismissed that case.
Yeah, I seen that they were trying
Yeah.
to like hit him with witness tampering.
That's just another way to delay the trial. Because when they
Yeah.
did that, guess what? The other trial got delayed.
Why do you think the trials keep getting delayed?
Because they don't have a very strong case. So you keep delaying it until, you know, Melly's in very harsh conditions. Melly does not have phone calls. He has not had phone calls for the last almost 4 years. He's in isolation still. Most people go crazy after 60 days in isolation. He doesn't visit his family. He don't get to see us. He sees us when we come to court.
Why do they do that though? Like, why is that the case?
We tried to file a civil suit against the jail for that, but the jail makes their own rules. They hide behind the fact they say he is a threat to BSO security. So as long as they keep saying he's a threat to BSO security, they can keep him in this modified confinement where he's not with like other inmates. So he has no socialization. He doesn't get no other like human interaction, and he doesn't have phone calls with his family. He does get phone calls now with his lawyers, which is, you know, super important. But we're allowed to write him little postcards and everything and send pictures, but that's it.
So 4 years?
Yeah, it's
You
been
have
4
not
years.
been able to talk over the phone?
No.
You have not been able to physically see him?
Well, in court, I see him, but you can't talk to him. And
Right.
if we, you know, if they catch us like mouthing anything or, you know, any like get in trouble by the bailiff. So just kind of, I just sit there and I just look at him and see how he's, you know, try to figure out how he's doing. Because it's not like he can be like, oh, Mom, I'm good, da 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 da. It's just like, all right, he looks healthy. He don't look like he got any bruises or black eyes. He, like, doesn't look like they, you know, mistreated him. He's always going to be tiny. Just a tiny kid. So, but no, I don't get him calling me and being like, oh, Mom, I'm good today. I ate today. I slept today. No, I just have to trust God that God is keeping him safe and keeping his mind strong, because most people would have lost their mind and committed suicide by now. Like,
Yeah.
in total isolation.